Here's a weird question, but I may already know the answer to it, but I think it could be interesting. If there was an era or maybe a date you can go back to and stay there.
The 80s.
That's what I thought, yeah.
The 80s. Well, it was 100%. So new then. It was so new. Like I say, like we're saying, the money. We ride the contests. There wasn't a lot of money in it, and for me to just be able to be pro with those guys, I mean, dude, I'm on the ramp next to Tony Hawk and like
crazy.
Whatever. Like, what a dream! I know I was not as good at. No one was. No one's good at. There's 70 or 80 pros, but those guys were still the ones, you know. But we're all there, kind of there's enough piece of the pie for everyone to kind of sell boards and make enough money. And every little shop had to have somebody come do the demo. Like Tony Hawk can't be everywhere, so we kind of filled in the little blanks there. And that's where it was just in the pools, because that's before you didn't have parks.
Right.
So the pool thing was so epic.
Back in the 80s, like you were saying earlier, like Powell was like the polished, like super team, whatever, and Alva was kind of like the punk team. Like, were you guys friends though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, McGill, Hawk, Lance, yeah, everybody was friends. There was no, they were doing their thing. I mean,
they'd go back to the hotel and you guys would go party.
Clown them that hard. I mean, we weren't. I mean, they're the Powell dudes. Those guys deserved it. They deserved to make this big, beautiful 16 millimeter movie.
Right.
And or Chin. That's them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's part of skating. It just is what we were naturally. We were keeping it real. This is who we are. We're not trying to fake anybody. We're just dudes with dreads skating, being real.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be pole. We're this good. Those guys really ripped. They were good skaters. Every one of our guys was amazing in their own way.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, you guys have some looks. You're marketable. It's like, no, all those guys worked for a lot of years to get the level. We all kind of came together as brothers in a way at the events. Like me and Chris Cook, one of the Uplandings, I remember we weren't riding for Al at the same time. We're like, hey, you need a partner for doubles? Yeah, partner. But me and him, he did this aerial axle stall over me. He's supposed to land the Kobe. I'm carting, he landed on me. Oh, shit in there, whatever. Oh. We high five. Hey, right on, man. Cool. And then a couple years later on Alva together, remember a combi? Yeah, cool.
Right.
Okay, cool. Like it's just some of those guys you vibe with.
Yeah.
Then he was one of the gnarliest guys from San Francisco as far as, He could rip vert, rip street. Like he was a gnarly dude.
Yeah. Which part of the 80s?
Oh, so actually, Cooksey was in thrashing too. Cooksey was in thrashing.
Oh, yeah?
He did a lot of double parts for that guy, Josh Brolin or whatever.
Yeah, Josh Brolin.
Cooksey did a lot of like flying over the car and some other shit. Yeah. Losey did some of the parts. Mountain. Some of the vert when he was doing McTwists and Hamp, like real good shit. But I think all three of those guys were doubles. Anyways, what were you saying about thrashing?
The part of the 80s that you would stay in was like before you turned pro or after you turned pro when you're team manager and everything?
All those. I don't know. It's just interesting. I remember going to Hawaii. I went to Brazil and just had time of life. Brazil, surfing, skating, like just living the dream of a pro. But it wasn't really big contests or anything then to where you were like a pro like you are now, like X Games or Street League.
Sure.
It was just around around the whatever smaller events or sessions, I guess I should say.
Okay.
So I came back from Brazil and Hassoy's like, hey, I'm going to Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. I'm like, dude, I've already been to Brazil. I need to go to Hawaii. Okay, let's go. Hassoy's 15. When I get a rental car. And he's like, I'm driving. Get over. I'm driving. So Hassoy's just driving my rental car all over Hawaii. We're just screaming like, now that's a rock star. So like
yeah.
Dude, to live in those days, to be like coattails of Hassoy. Like,
and this was what year?
86.
86.
Oh
okay.
I turned 27. So Hassoy, There's just 15. And all the locals loved him because his family has a soy mortuary. They're literally Japanese, Hawaiian, whatever. And all the locals, so he'd come to the ramps, he'd blast over his heads, and then go to the nightclub, same thing, just raging time. So
crazy.
To be able to go, and I've been back to the Wallows Ditch and all those crazy ditches and back there pools, and to go live all that, and just be kind of in his shadow. I mean, wow. I gotta say, he would take us like to Hollywood or whatever and take like 10, 15 people out to sushi, be like $300. I got it. Don't worry, guys. I remember stories of him. I wasn't on this one, but he bought everyone leather jackets. All these guys on the Soy Wheel teams. Yeah, $100 a pice. 10 guys. Yeah, leather jackets put on me. What's that?
That Europe trip?
I don't know. I wasn't on it, but just I heard different stories. And at all, I don't know if you guys remember the earthquake in North LA. Was it
Northridge?
Northridge.
Yeah.
God, we skated a lot of pools in that. The freeway collapsed and squashed his storage unit. He lost all his leather jackets. All gone. I don't think he had insurance or nothing. He's like, there goes all this shit was in storage up there. Yeah.
If they did it out, they'd probably still be okay.
But those pools, I remember riding up there because they were going to tear them all down anyways. Apartment complex, but there was pools galore up there. And I remember that's one, when you talk about fucked up shit, can we say that word?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's when like one's man trash and other's treasure, whatever. Like just imagine your house is done, you're fucked, but that pool, that's now going to be
treasure.
bulldozed. We're looking, we're looking at somebody else's junk is now our paradise. You know?
Someone's fucked up situation is now
Yeah,
like your paradise.
yeah. So
Right,
it's
right.
a fucked up situation. You just gotta look at the positive side, I
flip
guess.
it.
You know.
Yeah. Well, positive for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have a question. Looking at that post over there, which is amazing. Like, what's up with the dreads, dude? Everyone had dreads?
I'll tell you, I used to hang out with Steve Stedham.
Okay.
He's a black guy. I was in a band. I sing the band. We did Bad Brains covers. I remember seeing Vallely talking about his bands early on. And just bored 80s guys, like, you know, hey. So he loved to play drums and keyboard stuff. And we had another guy, the Uncle Wiggly guy, played guitar. And he loved Bad Brains. So I learned all the Bad Brains, the lyrics and whatever. We did a band called PMA. And he had dreads, and Tony Alva had dreads. And I just thought, if I grew my hair long, it was just bushy, like 80s, kind of like Poison or whatever you want to call them, like Motley Crue, those dudes. 80s rocker shit.
Yeah.
But the punk thing was coming in. I thought, what more of a punk way? Because everyone could just shave their head. I'm a punk now. Or, you know, put on a black flag shirt and, you know, leather jacket. I'm a punk. You know, you could just mohawk immediately. But dreads, you had to go
White
for
kid
dreads. Yeah. So
were dedicated.
but we'd go to the Midwest. People never seen it. White kid. What is this? Wow, cool. Chicks loved them.
Oh, wow.
That was one of the main.
I could have just cut my hair and been like some GQ guy, you know, like Eddie is in the poster or whatever. And just, but probably got a lot of chicks that way too.
Good looking dude back then.
But it was just my way of just going, hey, I'm a skate punk. I'm a skate. And I think everyone kind of felt that somehow it became a skate fashion, not like unspoken though. Because we'd all had dreads for a few years before then. Everyone's in their own little town, just like we're gonna do. And it was really bizarre when you look like, holy fuck, everyone's got dreads.
Well, there's only 4 people in the photo without dreads.
All right, that's our trivia question for the day. Who can name the 4 people in the album poster?
Yeah, right.
Dreads? You guys tweet us on that one or whatever. Send it to the Instagram. First person.
TikTok us.
Leave a comment below.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude.